Today's episode is brought to you by Marvel Puzzle Quest. Now we've got 2 exclusive new details about the next X-Men movie, Dark Phoenix, so you better hop in your Blackbird and zip right on out of here if you don't want to hear some juicy inside info. Just know that you've been warned because you're about to get spoiled! Nerdist News recently scooped 2 delicious factoids from a source close to the upcoming film. First, Magneto's costume in Dark Phoenix will have a cult leader kind of vibe. Now, word is that Fassbender has been asking for threads that evoke a charismatic leader of sheeple. With Magneto's ongoing internal struggle between good and evil and which side he wants to be on, we could easily see him stepping up to lead a faction of mutants looking for direction. Looking to the comics for precedent, there's plenty. For one, there's the Acolytes, a group of fervent mutants who regarded Magneto as the mutant messiah. And since we also know that this film will be taking the X-Men to space and Magneto and the Acolytes have a commune of sorts on Asteroid M, we can see how Magneto could get all Jim Jonesy in this film. Now, the second delicious factoid and the major scoop here is that Genosha will factor into this film. Die-hard fans and gifted youngsters will recognize Genosha as an island off the eastern coast of Africa that plays heavily in classic X-Men comic book storylines. Now, when Magneto first shows up in Genosha, its government was forcing mutants into slave labor. Now, we saw this play out in the X-Men animated series when Gambit, Jubilee, Storm, and a few other mutants are tricked into traveling to the island paradise of Genosha and are instead treated like workhorses and forced to use their mutant powers to build a dam.
Great vacation, Gambit.
In the comics, Magneto shows up on Genosha, leads a successful revolt, and becomes the Justin Trudeau of the newly formed mutant nation, the Republic of Genosha. Justin Trudeau. So what does all this mean for Simon Kinberg's Apocalypse follow-up? Well, we know that Dark Phoenix will be a cinematic redo of the X-Men comic book saga of the same name. Bryan Singer made it a point to set up the Jean Grey turned evil story by giving us a quick taste of her unleashed Phoenix Force when she roasts the skewered Apocalypse. In the comics arc, Jean Grey is inhabited by a mysterious power called the Phoenix Force, which turns dark and causes her to turn on the rest of the X-Men. The Dark Phoenix saga previously played out on-screen in The Last Stand, but the storyline diverged pretty drastically from the original comics, leaving fans majorly disappointed, and the Dark Phoenix story still up for grabs for a reimagining. Now, on the surface, trying to tell a Dark Phoenix story on top of a Genosha plot is a lot for one X movie to combine, but we could see it working. In the comics, the Hellfire Club is the group that prompted Jean to go full Dark Phoenix, but in this universe, the Hellfire Club is pretty much toast after the events of First Class. So in this movie, Genosha and Jean's disenchantment with her buddy and cult leader Magneto could be enough to bring those Dark Phoenix powers to life. But what do you think? Are you excited to see a live-action Genosha? You think Magneto could be the key to unleashing the Dark Phoenix? Let's discuss. And a very special thanks to Marvel Puzzle Quest for sponsoring today's episode. If you like Marvel and Match 3 games, check out Marvel Puzzle Quest, and Homecoming is the perfect time to start playing. I'm talking about Spider-Man Homecoming. An all-new 5-star Spider-Man has been added to the game in celebration of the Web Slinger's upcoming flick. Recruit Spidey and play 2 new boss missions featuring the Sinister Six. Grab it up on the Apple App Store or Google Play now. Thanks, Puzzle Quest!